YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Star Wars Empire at War. This isn't exactly where I left off. Last time I had a couple of fairly lame land battles, and I didn't want to show it in an episode because I didn't want people to come in and watch it and be like, really, this series sucks, and they never watch again, so I didn't show it. Hopefully we'll get you something better this time. I mean, I captured, I think, like, the ground on Selakami and Mon Calamari. It was nothing spectacular. At Kamino, though, the planet is under the corruption of the Zan Consortium. You can't see it at the exact moment. And this is a huge risk because the Zan Consortium can pay a few hundred credits to just basically hack and destroy the Death Star. It kills your whole fleet, blows up the entire planet and space station and everything that's there. Yes, just with one of their hero units, they can just completely and utterly destroy the Death Star. So in order to be safe here, what I'm going to do is just like immediately retreat the Death Star and then attack the planet. Now this does leave my my ground forces susceptible to a space attack, which is why I'm going to immediately attack the ground. Shouldn't be any big resistance here on Kamino from the rebels, though admittedly if the rebels have a lot of barracks, they can spot a whole lot of Plex troopers, which can be problematic. I'm going to call down just a bunch of AT-ATs just so we have the firepower.
Deploy some troops and show them how we negotiate.
So I've got General Veers here, who was famous for destroying the power generator on Hoth. And then just two other AT-ATs. We're going to deploy troopers and get a full complement of stormtroopers to kind of lead out. And then we'll just use our AT-ATs for their firepower, basically. And I'm going to wait just a second so I can deploy troopers again. Okay.
Dropping additional soldiers.
Your AT-ATs kind of walk around like idiots, though, once you've deployed troopers. It's a bit weird. Let's see. Let's get back over here. So we got all of our troopers.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
I'm going to call them Group 1. Move up just a bit here, and I'm going to get all my AT-ATs, and I'm going to call them Group 2, and I'm going to go ahead and tell Group 2 to start moving towards the next control point. And I'm going to use my stormtroopers for scouting and just kind of understanding what's ahead. Good thing these guys are all garrison units. They can just respawn for free from the AT-ATs, so this is a pretty sweet deal for me.
Move out.
Three AT-ATs is a lot of firepower. Very slow, but a lot of firepower. I'm hesitant to click the fast forward button. I know some of you would probably like me to, but if I do, there's a very real chance that the rebels have some artillery around or something that's gonna destroy all my guys real quick.
As you command. Excellent suggestion. I anticipate no difficulty.
Go with the anti-infantry turret. I think the rebels are probably more likely to have infantry here than vehicles. Though they could have some vehicles, possibly like some artillery or something like that. Okay.
Turret constructed. Heading out.
Haven't seen any rebel resistance just yet. My AT-ATs are a little bit spread out, but it's nothing too big to worry about. I want to see if we can bring down some scout troopers or something, and maybe we can get lucky and land a bombing run on something important for the rebels. It's a handy way to use scout troopers.
Reporting in. Roger that. We secured a landing zone.
Okay, we got the landing zone. This is good news. I'm going to just keep building turrets here.
Turret constructing.
And
Warm up.
let's go ahead and form up over here. Let's go ahead and get a couple of scout troopers down and just see what we're up against. These guys are pretty expendable.
Yes, General.
Construction complete.
Though we can probably just go ahead and push here. I'm going to save the scout troopers.
Standing by. Ready for orders.
Copy. Keep going.
This is where the enemy buildings are most likely to be, I think.
I'm here, sir.
I copy.
There's a little capture point we can hit here, so let's go ahead and hit it.
Reporting in, sir.
Alright, yep, we've got all 3 AT-ATs now moving in unison, so we should be pretty safe.
Enemy forces ahead.
Okay, yep, they've got a vehicle depot here.
All right, man.
There we go. General Veers wiped out the rebel tank. Ooh,
Anticipate no problems.
We'll clear the way for you.
they've got some heavy tanks there.
Over there.
I read you.
There's another building over here, though. Take out the building
You
first.
can
It's
start
another
your
heavy
advance
factory.
momentarily.
I anticipate no. Yes, Commander.
Okay, AT-ATs are pretty good at wiping out buildings with some degree of haste. Yeah, they have artillery around somewhere because I can see spotting droids.
Copy. They call that a defense.
I'm gonna try and take out those TTB
I
tanks.
will crush them.
Orders, sir. We are ready to
Reporting.
assist.
Okay,
Destination is acknowledged.
We are
I
ready
am
to
en route.
assist. Acknowledge.
let's keep moving our AT-ATs through.
Reporting.
And now I'm gonna use my scout troopers just because they're fast,
Ready for recon. Gearing up.
and we'll see if there's anything that we can hit. We won't have any bombing or orbital bombardments actually, so I'm gonna actually keep my scout trooper back. I forgot I had to move my space fleet away to avoid the OPs and consortium.
Awaiting your orders.
That tank's gonna get pasted. There we go.
Target
General Veers is the one that has like that super firepower shot that he can take, and he can jack people up pretty bad with it.
moving out.
Ooh, let's get my infantry to safety. That tank's gonna try and run me over.
Right away, sir.
Get away from me! There we go.
Squad, advance.
Yeah. Hear little air doing a little bit of crying in the background. He must be a rebel supporter. Alright. Let's see what we can do here.
Ready.
See another spotting droid. The good news is that if we find that artillery, it's not going to matter if it kills all these infantry, because these infantry are all just garrison and they're expendable.
Coordinates received.
Destination set.
Let's see. Just going to keep building some turrets. Let's go capture this last capture point.
What is your order?
AT-ATs are great. They're just crazy slow. I might be able to just drop in a bunch of dark troopers. Yeah, I think I know where the rebels are probably hiding, so I might drop in some dark troopers.
Keep going. This way.
The rebels are probably down here. I think that's the next place where you can have some building pads. I'll make sure we didn't miss any building pads by sending a scout trooper up over here.
As you command.
And I might go ahead and walk my
Proceeding to target.
my walkers down there. I'm gonna send the infantry with them,
Over there.
and we'll start calling in some Phase 2 dark troopers. They're pretty good against artillery.
Awaiting destination.
Let's just make sure we didn't
Scouting
miss
area.
anything
On the way.
up here on kind of this main circle.
Right away. Moving out. Heading out. Fall out, troops.
Yeah, it looks like nothing but
Let's move
destroyed
out.
buildings through here.
Let's go. Keep going. This way. Over there.
Okay, yeah, we're all good.
Gearing up.
Alright, so we got the dark troopers here. What I want to do is use their jetpack ability. I'm going to call them Group 3 so I can get to them quick. And I'm going to jetpack in, like, right here. And
Yes,
I'm going to
General.
also send my walkers down there. It's going to take them considerably longer to get there. I hope they don't have any anti-air turrets. If they do, they'll actually blast my dark troopers right out of the air. It's a downside of using this jetpack ability if the enemy has built up those turrets. I do not see such turrets, but they have artillery probably still. Let's get inside this shield.
Standing by. Sir.
On my way, sir.
Gonna send the walkers down there. I'm gonna let my dark troopers do their business in here. They're doing quite well, actually.
I'm here, sir.
These walkers are better against artillery.
As you command.
As you
So
wish,
if
General.
the rebels have artillery hiding down there, yep, they do. There goes a couple of them.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
Ready to receive your transmission.
Come on, dark troopers. Oh, I'm gonna get all my guys run over here. Look at this. It's just gonna be a squish fest. Killing spree. Vehicular manslaughter. Sunday driver. Yep, that's... the rebels are really racking it up there. Okay, so 2, you all get down here and take out that heavy factory. And then 3, let's go search out some more of the... oh, here they are. The Phase 2 Dark Troopers are actually very good against artillery. Very good against it. You can see it doesn't kill them nearly as quick. So we should be able to close the distance here. The artillery is faster when it's undeployed. Let's take these guys out. Take them out! There we go.
Reporting.
Yep. They're gonna be screwed down here. My AT-ATs have that building in their sights.
Awaiting your orders. They shall perish.
Okay, Group 3 did their job here.
I copy.
Let's get Group 1 down to capture that. So, successful Imperial assault on Kamino, which means we can now train stormtroopers and other stuff for dirt cheap, basically. So, success there, and we didn't lose any units doing it, which is quite amazing, actually. Alright, so we took out some T-4B tanks, some factories, and other stuff. This is quite good. So let's return to Galactic.
Planetary control.
The question is whether or not we're going to get space attacked here before I can do anything about it.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
For some reason, the corruption did not go away. And there it is. Now my forces are going to get attacked by rebels. If I move the Death Star back down, then the Consortium's going to use their stupid cheap trick on me. So I'm going to have to begin this and then just run away with all my transports. I still have troops on the ground that can protect it from a rebel invasion, but we're probably going to lose some transports. I'll see if we can sacrifice the TIE Defenders to save the transports.
Sensors are reporting that a fleet is incoming. Show them how we deal with traitors.
It is a Corellian Corvette.
TIE Defender standing by. Defender Squadron
Let's
reporting.
split up.
Engines activated.
And there's some A-Wings there. These are things that are actually pretty good against defenders, but I got all the ion shots. We might be able to hurt the Corvette pretty bad. Yeah, we can actually get rid of it. Well, heck, we might be able to win this battle if the rebels didn't show up with any more forces than this. I'm not going to retreat just yet. My TIE Defenders actually destroyed that Corellian Corvette. They're not going to be doing so hot against the A-Wings, but they're doing fine because of numbers. Their shields are paying dividends here, because otherwise the A-Wings would have ripped up quite a few of my men. Let's see if that's all the units the rebels had. It seemed like they came with a pretty small force. I just don't know how small.
We are
Yep,
victorious.
good. We actually won. I need to get the Emperor down here to remove the corruption, but there's also a bunch of other planets that just got corrupted.
Tactical battle imminent.
And here come the pirates right behind them too, trying to pull the same crap. So maybe I should just move Thrawn down here in the time being, and then we can just maybe take the Death Star over here to Honagur. Let's try that. So I'm gonna have to play this one again. Was that an enemy destroyer or a frigate? I wasn't sure, but my TIE Defenders would be quite good against it, assuming they didn't bring
Comlink active.
anything else. Let's
Transmission received.
Our
these
hold
guys
on
to
this system
safety.
must not be compromised. Seek out and destroy every
I'll be ready
intruder
to.
our
I can
system.
retreat if necessary.
Receiving orders. Asteroid field ahead. Take evasive action.
Might be able to pounce out of
There
these.
they are. Blast
What do
them.
we got here? Okay,
Squadron moving.
check that out. The Zan Consortium has a Corellian Corvette. They have access to like all
Bombs
kinds of
deployed.
ships. Now we're in behind the Corvette, so we ought to jack it up pretty quickly and pretty badly.
Proceeding.
Good. Took minimal damage there.
Received. Right away.
And all they have is it's a big ship. It's an aggressor destroyer.
Target in sight.
It's a pretty serious capital ship, but it's not going to do well against my... And big surprise, it has 2 shield-busting special weapons on the front of it. Shield-penetrating, I should say. They go straight through your shields. But my TIE Defenders are going to have a heyday with this aggressor destroyer. It's going to get absolutely wasted. Yeah, it'll probably do minimal damage to my defenders. I'm actually going to attack its engines because if we take out its engines, we can keep it from going to hyperspace and escaping. This thing's taken a pretty big beating, and it's lasting in this fight longer than I'd like to see it, considering it's getting absolutely savaged by some pretty excellent fighter bombers. The TIE Defenders aren't the best fighter bombers, but they are pretty good. I would say B-Wings are probably top-notch. I could be wrong, but B-Wings seem top-notch to me. But again, TIE Defenders are definitely good.
Target the lasers.
I'm going to come around on that turbo laser battery. The ion shot that these TIE Defenders have is really good at taking shields out, as you saw. Makes them very handy. That's pretty awesome that we're going to knock an aggressor destroyer out here. We're lucky it was alone. Yeah, you can see that fighter bombers obviously will wreck a capital ship if it doesn't have any escorts. Okay, need to get back up here and get the Emperor down here to remove the corruption. Post haste.
Beginning construction. Enemy fleet approaching.
Another fleet. I can't. Well, we can send this fleet down there to put an end to this nonsense. The rebels and the pirates just keep throwing whatever they have over here because to them it's being seen as a weakness because I don't have any real space fleet, so to speak of. So they're going to keep up this nonsense.
Departure set.
Ready to receive.
You've let unidentified ships slip through our perimeter. Send a fleet to investigate.
Let's go see what we can find here. This is annoying, AI doing stuff like this, but it is what it is.
Coordinates received.
The enemy is approaching.
Transmission confirmed.
Okay, let's get rid of those A-Wings, and then we can focus on the assault frigate. The A-Wings are going to be too few in number to have any degree of success versus me, I think. Yeah, they're not doing well at all. Still see at least 2 A-Wings. That assault frigate's now going to get to fire into the fray here, but not for long. We've got them now. I'm going to go straight for the engines. There we go. So now there's no escape. This assault frigate obviously does not have near the hull strength that the aggressor destroyer did, because you can see that my TIE Defenders like wrecked it on the very first run. The shielding and the speed that you get on the TIE Defenders is obviously why they're going to be great compared to, say, like a TIE bomber. Plus, the TIE bombers, I don't believe they have that ion shot. I know Y-Wings have it. The Y-Wings also die really easy and they're slow. Okay, there we go. Let's return to Galactic. We can take, well...
Enemy fleet approaching.
I'm gonna go over here. Look at this. This is ridiculous. The kind of crap the AI tries. Like, they know it's undefended, and so they just keep sending one after another. Be here soon too, and then the Emperor can remove the corruption. You guys think I'm like maybe being overprotective here, but I'm not. If you leave the Death Star on that corruption for more than like 30 seconds, they destroy it. The Zan Consortium destroys it. You cannot rebuild it, and it kills every unit and hero that you have. Now, great, that stupid pirate Corvette's going to be better than some of the others we've faced. Well, at least I thought it would be. It got smoked on the initial run, too. Wow, TIE Defenders, man. Holding their own.
Squadron moving out.
There's some bad dudes. Yeah, this frigate's going to get wasted by my TIE Defenders. It may do a little damage with its mass driver, but I'm going to have to quickly knock out its engines. Standard procedure there. And then we'll start hitting the mass drivers. Yeah, you can see it's getting hits with its mass drivers. The mass drivers go straight through shields, of course, as do most Zan Consortium weapons. But now its mass drivers are gone, and its turbo lasers won't do any damage to my TIE Defenders, really.
Those laser banks are the
there we go.
target.
Alright, hopefully we don't have to do any more of these one ship battles here. Stupid AI. Alright. I've got people inbound. I'm going to move the Death Star back up here.
Corruption has been removed.
Move him up here. Let's go attack
Construction complete. Corruption has been
Honegger here.
removed.
And let's go remove the corruption from Kessel. We got a lot of corruption popping up now, which is not surprising.
Building under construction.
We're about to hit the rebels at Honegger.
Corruption has
Ah, crap, it did that stupid glitch there again at Kessel. That is such a bunch of horse crap.
construction complete. Enemy
What
fleet approaching.
does that crap? Alright, well, we're about to get in a fight. Does anybody know why that happens? Did you see that? Where the Emperor removes the corruption and then just darts off. And it removes all your forces from the planet, instantly making it, like, turn over to neutral, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, next time I might... Get grief. And it happens at Kessel, and it always happens at Kurlog, too. It's those two places where it happens. About half of me wonders if I just need to let them stay corrupted, because they're not, like, a big deal anyway. I mean, that is so frustrating.
Enemy unit sighted.
I've never seen it do that before, until recently, too. Alright, well, Vader's fleet's here. They do have a planetary ion cannon, though, which is going to be problematic, but it won't stop the Death Star from one-shotting their stupid space station here. So we're just going to get rid of their dumb space station right off the bat. They are going to keep firing the ion cannon, but it doesn't matter. I can just bring in a couple more Imperial Star Destroyers, and we will absolutely lay waste
Order confirmed.
to their capital ships down here. I'm going to get my fighters out on patrol. Yeah, the rebels are already retreating. And they should.
Enemy base will be in range in 5 seconds.
Alright. So, that went precisely the way that I wanted it. Ah, crap.
Imminent.
What did I just do? Sullust? We're going to get hit at Sullust. The rebels actually bring a pretty big fleet here. Lots of fighters, tons of assault frigates. We are going to be in it for the long haul here. I do have a level 5 space station, though. These missile cruisers, 1750 A-wings? Are you kidding me? Oh boy, we could be in for a crazy one here. This is a pretty strong space station, but I mean, there's a pretty considerable enemy force here too.
Navigating.
Our hold on this system must not be compromised.
Let's see if we
Seek
can
out and destroy
spot
every
what they
intruder
brought
to our
in.
system.
It's them.
A-wings, missile cruiser, corvettes. Very predictable stuff.
Course set.
Reinforcements en route.
Yes, the more of those we get here, the sooner the better.
Bomber standing by. Engines activated.
TIE interceptor here.
Reporting in. What are your orders?
Yeah, the A-wings don't pose any real threat to us.
Cruiser online.
Reinforcements en route. Space station damaged.
Ready.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop
Your
there.
orders, sir.
Get back here, fighters. Don't go out there and get yourself killed by the Corvette. Just gonna hang out here at the base and start taking their stuff out one by one. Okay, let's get bombers after these capital ships, because they will win in a firefight versus my...
Our target priority is the laser cannon.
Actually, I thought that I should have 2 acclimators here. I should, actually.
Location confirmed. Roger that. The lasers are
They're running away with one of their assault frigates. Being a bunch and their stupid missile cruisers back there popping my fighters off one after another. I'm going to take these Tartan cruisers up and get rid of that missile cruiser. But, I mean, they're missile cruisers. They have so many of them. It's going to make it really hard to effectively use my fighters.
launcher has been destroyed. Full speed. Moving.
The rebels are going to try and use these missile cruisers to kite me real bad the whole time. The rebels are going to retreat. That's a huge boon for me. They should not have retreated from that fight.
Enemies in range. Our lasers have been destroyed.
Reinforcements en route.
They probably would have won that fight if they would have stuck around. That was a lot of missile cruisers. It would have been almost impossible for me to use fighters. So really shocked that they let me get away with that at Sullust. So just trying to take a look at what we got going on here. we're in control of Kamino. We need to have the land battle at Honegger. Though I do believe that I'm pretty much out of time. I'm going to have to separate these ground troops from my space troops, which probably going to result in me getting attacked again, so I really can't do that right now because I'm pretty much at the edge of my time. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. I will be back with more soon. We'll get this situation sorted out, and we probably need to get another fleet up, to be honest. We got plenty. I do have a couple of Star Destroyers. Ooh, I've got 5 more Star Destroyers here. At Kuat, let's go ahead and move them that way. And again, I'm going to pause real quick before we get hit by another fleet. I got a lot of corruption to remove. The Emperor just can't seem to get around fast enough. And of course, I got screwed over here at Kessel.
Planetary control achieved.
Okay. So, yep, that's where I'll start off next time. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.